Hi, welcome everyone as we start today on domain 4 and we have today common technology components. So at the end of this session we should be good enough to understand computer hardware components and its architectures, common enterprise backend devices, universal serial bus, radio frequency identification, hardware maintenance programs and hardware reviews. So at the end, you wouldn't see a separate section on hardware reviews because hardware maintenance programs, an extension of that is hardware reviews. So it talks about having a review of the hardware. So, okay. So we start with the first section, which is computer hardware components and architectures. Here we understand what kind of a processing component is this. So we are not going to get into the basics of computer hardware because this course is not meant for that. It's understandable that everyone has an understanding of that who is taking up this course. So what we touch upon is, what about the processing components? Is CPU on a single chip, so a multiprocessor, or is it a multi-core processor? So these are the things which one needs to understand. Motherboard, RAM, ROM, SSDs, input output components. Now what are the common enterprise backend devices? So you would have generally a print server for printing. You would have a file server where all the organization wide files and folders could be accessed from. Application servers where you would programs to provide application to the client computers. Web servers, again, this could be accessed both by the internal as well as the external, but through the web medium. Proxy servers, so what happens is, so this acts as a behalf than the user. So it will take the requests on behalf of the user, send it ahead, and then receive it from outside, and then again send it back to the user. So in some instances it's fast. If it is already stored somewhere on the network and it's there on the server, it becomes faster. If it is not, then obviously it will, but still there is a layer of security which is brought in by this proxy servers. Database servers, it is used to store data. Appliances, now there are various types of appliances. It could be a firewall, it could be a switch, it could be a router, it could be a virtual private network. You could have a load balancer, you could have an IPS, which is an intrusion prevention system, or you could have an IDS, which is an intrusion detection system. So what's an universal serial bus? So this is a standard which interfaces devices with a host. So your flash card or a memory card is an universal serial bus. And what are the risks associated with a flash drive or a memory card? So you could have viruses which get injected to your system through this. Data could be stolen out from this if it's kept unprotected. Data losses could happen through this. Data could get corrupted, again an outflow of viruses or some other means of intrusion to a data corruption system. And then a confidentiality loss, because the data confidential part of it is getting lost if someone actually steals the data. Now, how would you control these aspects? The biggest and the most important thing is to have an encryption out there. You could have granular level controls. Then security personnel could be possibly educated to ensure that whoever is entering a system where such things are not allowed should not be carrying a flash drive or a memory card because they are very small in nature. Desktops should get automatically locked after a certain period of time. The policies, should be properly enforced. You should have a proper antivirus policy. So in case if there is an intrusion of an antivirus through this device, it should immediately get detected. Your devices should be secured and inclusion of the return information. So as to say that yes, whatever information is coming back, it is inclusive. Now radio frequency identification. So where generally radio frequencies are used. So you could use it for asset management. You could use it for tracking. So if you could have a big storehouse, you could, physically it may not be possible to go. So that could be an application where you could actually do a radio frequency mapping. Authenticity verification using your card. Matching process controls. So these are all business processes where these things are controlled. Again, your access controls, and then the entire supply chain management. Now, what would be the risks which would emanate from this? You could have a risk which could talk about, business process risk. The entire business process would be at risk if data gets stolen. Again, business intelligence risk, because many of these devices could be storing business intelligence data, which could again get stolen. Privacy risks. so there are privacy contents also in this data, which again, if it's stolen, so it amounts to a risk. And externality risk, because radio frequency, it is actually talking at a distance, and you could have interfaces coming in from somewhere else. Security controls, so there are basically three areas of security controls. You have a management area which should look after the entire compliance thing. It could have the governance structure in place. You could have an operational area which could actually see how the operations are happening, going ahead and happening, and there you could have a proper security control. Or you could have a technical aspect where actually the granular or the technical level controls are put in. Now, what's a hardware maintenance program? So it is to ensure that yes, whatever hardware has been delivered and we are working upon should actually follow the rules as it is mandated to be following. So it should have a proper maintenance plan, and it should be followed. It should be approved in the beginning, and then first you should start with having a proper plan which should be approved, and then it should be followed. And maintenance costs should be identified. Availability reports should be there. Hardware error reports should be there. Asset management, how the asset is used, should be there. And utilization, how much has the asset been utilized, should be there. So when an IS auditor checks, actually, so all these points become important. But then obviously it starts with understanding whether there is a plan and whether it's approved and it's getting followed. So with this, we come to an end. As I said, that the review program is an extension of this. So with this, we come to an end of our today's session. Thank you.